Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our deep dive into power system stability. Today, we are addressing a crucial challenge in long-distance power transmission, the Ferranti effect. We will analyze its causes, its impact on the grid, and most importantly, the mitigation strategies essential for maintaining a reliable, high-voltage network. Understanding the phenomenon. To start, what exactly is the Ferranti effect? Simply put, it's a counterintuitive phenomenon where the voltage at the receiving end of a transmission line, V_R, becomes greater than the voltage at the sending end, V_S. This happens specifically when the line is operating under a no-load or a very light load condition. This voltage rise can pose serious risks to grid integrity. The role of line capacitance. The core physics behind this effect lies in the inherent characteristics of long transmission lines. Because of their length, these lines act as large, distributed capacitors between the conductors and the ground. Under light load conditions, the line's capacitance draws a significant, charging current, which we call I_C. This I_C then flows through the line's inherent inductance. The resulting inductive voltage drop interacts with the sending voltage in a way that, surprisingly, causes the receiving end voltage to rise. It's a battle between the capacitive and inductive components of the line. Visualizing the phasor diagram. To truly understand the voltage rise, we must look at the phasor diagram. Since the line is highly capacitive during low load, the charging current, I_C, leads the voltage by nearly 90 degrees. This charging current flows through the line inductance, L, creating an inductive reactance drop, I_X_L. Crucially, this inductive drop is almost 180 degrees out of phase with the sending end voltage, V_S. When we vectorially add these components, the result is that the receiving end voltage, V_R, is effectively extended and is greater than V_S. This diagram clearly shows how that leading current leads to the overvoltage condition. Mathematical model. Mathematically, the approximated voltage relationship highlights the key influence factors. As you can see in the formula, the receiving end voltage, V_R, is related to the sending end voltage, V_S, and a factor that is proportional to the square of the line length, L2. This L2 relationship means that the Ferranti effect is primarily a concern for very long lines, typically those exceeding 240 km, and those operating at extra high voltages. The longer the line, the greater the capacitive effect, and the higher the risk of severe overvoltage. System consequences. The Ferranti effect isn't just a curiosity. It presents severe dangers to the power system. 1. Insulation stress. The excessive voltage can exceed the dielectric strength of system components, leading to accelerated wear or outright failure of insulation in cables and busbars. 2. Equipment failure. Overvoltage is a direct threat to capital equipment. Transformers and circuit breakers are particularly vulnerable to catastrophic damage at the receiving substation. 3. Reduced stability. Fundamentally, this condition represents a major reactive power imbalance. It pushes the grid operating point to an unstable region, making the entire system susceptible to collapse or blackout during a disturbance. Mitigation. Shunt reactors. The industry standard, and most common, solution for the Ferranti effect is the installation of shunt reactors. Shunt reactors are large inductive coils connected in parallel, shunt, to the transmission line, usually at the receiving end. They work by absorbing the excess capacitive reactive power, the same reactive power that the line itself is generating under light load. By consuming these VARs, the reactor effectively cancels out the line's capacitance, pulling the voltage profile back down to normal, safe levels. These can be permanently connected or switched in as necessary. Advanced mitigation facts. For systems requiring faster, more precise, and dynamic control, power engineers turn to flexible AC transmission systems, or FACTS devices, specifically static VAR compensators, SVC. An SVC offers significant advantages over fixed shunt reactors. It uses high-speed power electronics, like thyristors, to continuously adjust its reactive power output in real time. This dynamic response means the SVC can rapidly absorb inductive power to combat Ferranti overvoltage, but then quickly switch to injecting capacitive power to boost voltage during heavy load periods. It provides versatile, continuous voltage regulation, although at a higher capital cost. Voltage profile along the line. This chart visually summarizes the problem. Without mitigation, the voltage profile along a long transmission line under light load is far from flat. The voltage begins at the sending end, V_S, and rises significantly, peaking at the receiving end, V_R, in our example, potentially reaching 1.15 per unit or higher. The entire purpose of installing compensation devices like shunt reactors is to flatten this curve, maintaining the voltage within the acceptable industry tolerance, typically between 0.95 and 1.05 per unit, throughout the line's length. Comparing mitigation strategies. To wrap up the solutions, let's look at a quick comparison of the three main technologies on the screen. First, shunt reactors work by absorbing inductive VARs. They offer excellent mitigation for the Ferranti effect, though their control is fixed or in stepped stages. Next, SVC FACTS devices use dynamic VAR switching. They also provide excellent mitigation, but with the added benefit of fast, continuous control, making them highly versatile for stability. Finally, we have series capacitors. While these are commonly used to reduce line inductance and boost power transfer, they are ineffective or can even worsen the Ferranti effect. Therefore, they are not a viable solution for this particular overvoltage problem. The key takeaway here is that both shunt reactors and SVCs are our best allies against the Ferranti phenomenon. Key takeaways. In summary, remember these key points. Times the Ferranti effect is the non-intuitive rise of voltage at the receiving end of a long line. Times it's caused by the line's distributed capacitance generating reactive power. Times the system risks include insulation breakdown and equipment damage. Times the primary solution is the strategic use of shunt reactors to absorb the excess reactive power. Mastering reactive power management through these devices is essential for operating reliable extra-high voltage grids. Q&A. Thank you for your time and attention today. We have covered the fundamental physics, consequences, and solutions for preventing the Ferranti effect. I am now happy to take any questions you might have on line modeling, compensation levels, or FACTS technology.